The Great Western Railway is known as one of the Big Four companies from 1923 to 1948, but it is unique for a number of reasons. Firstly, it existed before the grouping, only having some smaller companies merged with it in 1923. Also, when it first ran trains in 1838, the rails were set at 7 foot rather than the more widespread 4 foot 8.5 inches. This was started by Brunel, who insisted it was a better system. Ultimately, to allow other railways access, most lines were dual gauged. Then, in 1892, the final broad gauge train ran and the whole system was reduced to the by now standard gauge. As its name suggests, the Great Western Railway ran trains from London to most destinations in the west of England, incorporating most of Wales and the West Country. There were some exceptions, with the LNWR and then the LMS running the North Wales coast, and the LSWR, then the Southern Railway, running various routes in Devon and Cornwall. The GWR broad gauge produced some huge locomotives for the time. They looked rather different with the much wider frames, and this allowed higher running speeds and larger boilers to be fitted, meaning bigger loads could be hauled. With the move to standard gauge, the GWR was not to be outdone, and they still strive for the best. One locomotive in particular, City of Truro, is claimed to have been the first locomotive to exceed 100 miles an hour, although this was not on an official timed run, so cannot be confirmed. Towards the end of the GWR, the King class were introduced. These huge 460 locomotives were the pinnacle of Swindon Works engineering, being able to haul huge trains over the steep Devon banks unassisted. Deep bronze green was the colour of the locomotives from very early on, and it became a trademark of GWR locos. Another feature that the GWR became known for was brass. Most early railways had brass domes and safety valve covers, but it was the GWR that kept them going the longest, lasting right up until nationalisation. These were accompanied by copper-capped chimneys, making the locomotives of the Western region easy to spot. Coaching stock early on was a chocolate brown colour, another signature of the railways in the west of the UK. In the late 1800s, the upper panels were painted cream to give a very pleasing livery. This lasted until 1912 when, for a period of 10 years, coaches were Crimson Lake, returning to a chocolate and cream livery in 1922. January 1948 saw the nationalisation of the network under the new British Railways, the GWR merging with the LMS, SR and LNER to make the new national company. The Western region, as it became, tried to hold on to its identity for as long as possible and became almost a standalone company within British Railways. With the GWR having such a long life, there are many great locomotives in model form, from the Hornby King class to the Hattons 14XX tank and even the tiny Hattons Barclay. These are perfect to run with the Hattons Genesis coaches in GWR livery. Check these out now on hattons.co.uk. For more information and to order products from the GWR, follow the link in the description. For more informative videos about railways, both real and model, subscribe to our channel.